So being as AVA Direct Custom Computers is exactly what the name implies, stick around if you want to see what we're capable of doing in small packages that pack big performance. Hello ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining us on this week's edition of AVARigs. I'm Joseph Mundy, the sales manager for AVA Direct Custom Computers, your one-stop shop for all things custom and integration, which is a really good intro into this video considering the fact that this is a system that you don't typically see offered on most system integrator pages unless specifically requested of us. And in this case, that's exactly what happened. Tell us, what kind of a system, if you were limited in space, would you prefer and what would it be used for? Now, this system doesn't have the beefiest of specifications compared to others that you've seen on AVARigs. It's got an 11700K, total of 16 gigabytes of memory, an RTX 3060, and a single 960 gigabyte SSD. Now, this is just one of 27 systems as part of an order that is being used for simulation and training. These are the kinds of systems that we provide to the government sector. And for those of you that may not know, these are systems that are used for replicating an environment for the purpose of creating real-world training in scenarios that our military and/or personnel may face in the field. This could be anything from, a pilot that's flying a carrier. It could be somebody who is driving a Humvee, someone that's driving a tank, you name it. I'm not up on all the military terms these days since technology in the military sector changes so frequently, but you get the idea. 15 or so years ago, I had the pleasure of going on site to a facility and seeing this huge 360-degree room that was just all screens with a Humvee in the center and a 50 cal gun mounted on top, and it was powered by our systems. So this could very well be one of 27 systems that is powering a simulator just like this. That's why you see that these specifications are modest per system. It's not necessarily the requirement for every system to have those specifications, but it's a conjoined combination of 27 systems with this hardware that make it capable. Because those big screens that they could be powering, or the big walls, whatever you want to call it, may not be able to be powered by a single set of hardware like an RTX 4090 and an i9 processor with 128 gigs of memory, but you combine that with 27 systems, at that point it might be overkill, but at the same point, the opposite of less is more here is the effect. There could only be maybe 20 systems that are going to be deployed, but having 27 gives them the ability to have redundancy or even just adapt and expand in the future based on what they have in store for it. Now, I do want to draw attention to the fact that this is a 1U chassis. It's a short depth chassis, so just kind of eyeing it out, I believe it's about 19 inches. That is on the small side for rack server standards. Most of them are usually like around 26 inches on average, can go all the way up to about 33, right? So imagine 27 systems in a space where you may not have the room to lay out a bunch of desktops, 27 desktops. That's where the rack mountable 1U chassis come into play, because you could have like a 32U cabinet that maybe goes this high and you could fit 27 systems in it, no problem at all. Or you could have like an extended depth chassis and you could put these back to back with proper cooling and you could save even more space. It's gonna be really loud, but again, in those environments, noise level isn't really a concern. A lot of times they'll have the server spaces separate from the actual training area or the arena that they have in store and set up for it, and then the noise level isn't really an issue. Now, we did have to make some accommodations in order for this to work, and that's a part of what makes AVA Direct Custom Computers the company that we are. We specialize in this stuff because we've learned a lot through the years, the kinds of nuances that you need in order to build systems like this in a sustainable manner long-term. That's why you hire professionals to do this stuff. We can keep all of those considerations in mind, make sure that you're set up for success and that the intended use is gonna last for a lifetime or until you get tired of it, or it doesn't meet the needs as far as software requirements goes, and then you can come right back to us and we'll do it all over again. Our focus is to make sure that we can build these systems for you in a sustainable manner in a way that you don't have to worry about the considerations causing problems for you down the road. It is cooled by server hardware. So like the heatsink and the fan, it's a 1U server. It's an active fan is what it's called. Passive and active, the major differences are directly attached fans. Passive is just a heatsink, just a big old hunk of metal. Active relies on having a fan attached to it so it cools the heatsink directly. In a passive environment, you might see like a wall of fans right here in the chassis, and then you'll have the heatsink position to where the fins are oriented that way to allow the proper pass-through of air, and then it gets exhausted out of the case. In these instances, we used technically desktop/workstation oriented hardware, so passive is not always going to work in these chassis because they're not designed as such, so you want to go with active as much as possible. And again, the RTX 3060 graphics card has fans attached to it as well, so you don't have to worry about overheating. And with it being a simple single GPU build, heat is not really a concern as long as everything's got fans attached to it as needed. And of course, if you see something like this and you have a project in mind for yourself that could benefit from having a team of individuals such as us working on it to get you a solution that's fitting for your needs, that's what we're all about. I can't tell you the amount of customers I've worked with over the years that had an idea that, came to fruition because we were able to put our collective heads together and provide a solution that is tangible and usable. So by all means, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email, sales@avadirect.com. You can visit our website and go to the contact us form and message any one of us and we'll be happy to help. So thanks again, everybody, for taking the time to watch the video and listen to my explanation as to why this system is so unique. You can feel free to like and subscribe to all of our content. Please do if you want to stay on top of all the things and the exciting products that we're releasing in the future. This is just tip of the iceberg for us, so I'm really excited to do more videos and share with you some of the systems that we build on a daily basis. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great day.
If you like the PC in the video, be sure to contact our sales team by emailing sales@aviadirect.com or head to the website by clicking the link within the description below. You can choose from many pre-built options, gaming or workstation based, or use the configurator to build the PC of your dreams. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so you can be notified of future content, and give the video a like in support of our channel. You can follow the variety of our social media channels by visiting aviadirect.com/community. And you can also join our Discord if you wish to engage in discussions related to custom-built PCs.